Here's something I figured out. Being alone doesn't start as a problem. For most people, it starts as protection. I used to want to make a lot of friends, and I thought something was wrong with me because it was difficult for me. Eventually, I did start making friends by trying to fit in, and those same friends would talk about me behind my back, use me, and betray my trust. So naturally, I withdrew and realized being alone felt safer than trusting others. When you're alone, there's no expectations, no misunderstandings, no backstabbing. When you distance yourself from people, you feel more in control. Your time is yours. Your energy is yours. Your peace is yours. At least, most of the time. I made a video about popular loners in media and broke down how they earn their silence and why we shouldn't imitate those types for the sake of relatability. A lot of people seem to think I was saying become extroverted or that I wasn't a real loner because I wanted to connect with people. But in reality, I know that the world was built for extroverts and I may have to navigate through their world to make mine more comfortable. How are you going to live comfortably as an introvert if you're uncomfortable when you're taken out of your sanctuary? How can you get a job to sustain your life, your hobbies, if you can't speak to people, if you can't make connections, if you can't prove you're an asset? Every loner is capable of being competent and confident even outside of their comfort zone. Because solitude feels safer when you know you can survive outside it. In movies, games, and TV shows, the loner is often framed as calm and composed, the quiet observer, the one who doesn't need validation. That's a sign of someone with a strong sense of self, someone who can command respect without saying a word. Silence might be their image, but they make it clear that that's just who they are and not who they need to be. Isolation out of fear is not the same as isolation out of comfort. Most who consider themselves loners or introverts would be anxious in those environments. This is the loner trap. You tell yourself, I'm just focusing on myself. I don't need distractions. People complicate things. And sometimes that's true. But eventually, you stop choosing solitude and start defaulting to it. And the distinction is what determines whether you're truly at peace or whether you're hiding from a world that might disturb it. Because the loner trap isn't loneliness, it's stagnation. You stop growing because growth requires friction, and friction requires people. You convince yourself you're above it all, when really, you're just avoiding unpredictability. You don't want to get hurt, but you don't evolve either. And that's why people get stuck. Not because they're weak, but because the loner identity rewards safety and punishes growth. At least, in the way most people approach it. Solitude is like a katana. It should sharpen you, not conceal you. The strongest loners aren't the ones who disappear. They're the ones who can show up when it matters. They don't avoid people. They choose when to engage. If you're in the loner trap right now, use the quiet to build discipline. Use the distance to gain clarity. But don't let it weaken you, because the loner trap isn't being alone. It's being able to step out of it when needed. But hey, this is just some stuff I figured out. Hopefully, you can use it to figure out stuff too.